A friend of mine just picked up a brand new Gibson Les Paul guitar, the Les Paul Standard Blueberry Burst thing. He's been looking for one for quite a while. Picked one up on Reverb, and I think brand new. They're like 32 or 33,000. 32 or 3,300. He picks it up for like 21, and it's supposed to be brand new. He got it home, loves it, but there was something wrong with one of the controls. So I took a look at it, fixed it up, a loose solder joint. So I fixed it up and took care of it. And I figured I would do a quick little rundown of the new Blueberry Burst Les Paul. So this is the case it came in. Lovely case. And the first thing that I noticed when I'm opening the latches, the metal corners of the latches are really fairly sharp. I mean, not like that they would cut you, but a definite like 90-degree point on them. So that was kind of a little bit weird. The latches are all good and sturdy, and I just kind of noticed that first off, right off the bat. Nice case though. Lovely. He bought it, like I said, off Reverb, but they claimed that it was brand new, and it has this little thing under the strings, and as you can see, it is quite a nice looking guitar. Looking online, I noticed a few things. A picture I saw on Musician's Friend or something. I think these knobs were like a metal or a chrome. On this, they're just the gold plastic, whatever they are, top hat knobs or whatever. So anyway, this is the guitar. So I was a little surprised that it had an issue with the electronics. It was a loose solder joint. I fixed it, but that and the knobs in the bridge, the little screws that hold the tunematic bridge on, whatever. Here, let me put this down so I can show you. These little things right here. On the picture on Musician's Friend, they looked a little different. These are like Allen wrench, and on Musician's Friend, it had the Allen wrench plus a slot so that you could do, adjust it with a screwdriver. So I don't know if maybe they just, it was a stock photo, or if there's a couple changes that they made to the guitar, whatever. But it's a nice looking guitar with the Blueberry Burst and all of that. It has nice Grover locking tuners on it that work great, very smooth, very high gear ratio, so tuning's a breeze. One thing I did notice, and I'm sure I won't be able to catch it on video now, on the back of the headstock there's a little bit of like orange peel kind of thing when you hold it up to a certain light. And if you look at the serial number that's punched in, it is, there's some little parts that the wood shows underneath. So I thought that was a little bit odd. And so because of that, I called up Gibson and made sure that this was, in fact, a Gibson. And according to them, it is. It has a nice asymmetrical, kind of slim neck contour shape to the back of it. It's nice. And here's the one thing that's a little bit odd. If you can see, it's like a circuit board in where the controls are. So all of these controls are on circuit boards, and they all fit together with little, prong, snap adapter type things. So the issue that I'm sort of foreseeing, and I think this was the issue that this guitar had, one of the knobs, all four of them are push-pull, so you know, they're getting a little bit of movement, a little bit of jiggling around and stuff. With a normal guitar, where the back of the pots are wired up with flexible wires, if the knob wiggles a little bit or the pot wiggles a little bit, the wire, you know, has some flex to it, so it's not a problem. With these, with all circuit boards and the metal prongs that attach to the little sockets and stuff, there's no flex, so that puts some stress on all of the little tiny, tiny solder joints. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem in the future. But, you know, whatever. It's nice. And the jack here is metal also. So I don't know why the knobs are plastic. Everything else on it is, you know, chrome and all of that. But the guitar is very nice. It's a beautiful guitar. Kind of a, you know, a shot of it right there. The fretwork is very nice. It seems set up nice. It could use a little bit of intonation, but it looks nice. It's kind of a stripped down without the pick guard. The pick guard is in the case, so you know it is there and it's available if you wanted to put it on, but you know, at this point I don't see why you'd want to. There's no holes or anything. And it doesn't have the surround on the toggle switch. So it kind of, you know, it's a nice stripped down kind of a look. It's nice. Another thing that I noticed that was a little bit odd, the corners, I don't know if I can show, yeah, I definitely can. The corners here of the nut are fairly sharp. They're, you know, again, like little points. And on this one here, on the treble side, when I'm playing, if I, you know, sort of go back to here, I can feel it digging into the side of my finger. It's a little bit weird that they wouldn't have just rounded that off, but, you know, whatever. It's easy enough to fix. And another thing, the strings, you know, like say here on the G, the D and the G, they angle somewhat sharply to go towards the tuning peg. And it looks like the slots are almost straight. I'm out of camera here. The slots are almost straight, and the string angles, so it looks like they're not quite lined up. But I haven't noticed a tuning issue or anything with this guitar. And you know, other than that, it plays, you know, and sounds great. So let's take a listen to it. Sitting here with the Les Paul 2017 Standard, Blueberry Burst and whatnot, and it, like I said, it sounds great. It sounds amazing. It plays great. The asymmetrical neck feels very comfortable. You know, everything about it very nice. The nut at the top a little bit pointy, but you know, what are you gonna do? The tuners are great, and let's give it a listen. So that's the bridge pickup, the neck pickup. Sorry, I don't have a pick, so I'm a little messy with the picking hand. And a little uncomfortable on this couch. Man. And then both pickups together. So, you know, like I said, it sounds great. I'm just playing it through a an older, what is it, a Pignose G40V tube amp. That sounds pretty cool. But, just a standard no frills kind of amp. And then it has all these push-pull knobs, which I did a quick look, and they're like, to select coils, to, I guess, coil tap and phase and things like that. It's, like I said, I Googled it real quick, and not only did it seem a little confusing, but it said that there's a little DIP switches, little dip switches inside, and I couldn't find them in here, and I don't want to go searching around because, it's not my guitar. I don't know if maybe they're up in here. I don't know. But I think I had read that there was like dozens and dozens of different options for what you can, have this all wired up to do. And at that point, I figured like, forget it. I'm not going to spend 4 days figuring out what everything does. You can, I'm sure, just Google it and find out yourself. What I thought I would just do is a quick video on the guitar really quick, how it sounds. It sounds great. How it plays great. It's a really good guitar. It sounds amazing, plays amazing. It's supposed to have like titanium bridge saddles and like aluminum stop bar, and all these different things. And to be perfectly honest, for a guitar that with a street price of over $3,000, so I don't know what the list price on it would be, $5, something like, how they do those things. The list price is blah blah blah, but nobody ever pays that. The street price is like 60% of that or something. But for a guitar that's $2,000 or $3,000, I would certainly expect it to sound really good, to play really good, and all of that stuff, and this definitely does. So I hope this helps somebody out looking to buy a 2017 Les Paul Standard in Blueberry Burst. I could only assume, and of course, what happens when you assume things, but so let me say, I can only guess that all of the 2017 Les Pauls, of course, you're going to get some better, some worse, whatever. You got to really try out the individual guitars, and if you're sinking thousands of dollars into it, you really should try them out in person. But I can only imagine that they're all as great playing and sounding as this guitar is. I haven't played any of the new Les Pauls for actually a few years, but this is great. It's amazing. I know I've said great like 40 times, but it's a really nice guitar. It plays and sounds awesome, and that's about it. I don't know what else I could say about it, but hope this helps somebody. So enjoy.